Welcome back, guys. In today's Division video we are doing a kind of best build video. Now this is a good build that I recommend for solo, which gives you a lot of DPS. The DPS isn't the highest we've seen there, but as you'll see, we'll get into that and you'll see how it actually does do a lot of damage. Now this build is nowhere near complete, but we'll go through and take a look. So the talent Rapid is very important. This will reduce the cooldown of all your healing skills. Then when we look at the armor, we have health on kills. I definitely recommend getting that. We have damage to elites, don't worry too much about that, but we also have first aid self heal. So self heals are more effective and we get them quicker, so that's great to have when you're not running the most health. Then on this piece of armor, we don't have anything we're really looking for, but what we do have is a major attribute of skill power, just to boost your skill power up, so that's pretty cool to have there. Moving on to now the knee pads. Now with this, again, nothing too important, but we do have critical hit damage increased by 17%. We have first aid alloy heal, not really what we want for a solo build, but if you are playing with people, it does help out. And like I said, this isn't the completely finished thing. We don't have everything perfect as we would want. Again, first aid alloy heal there. Nothing too good on the holster. That's not really what we're working toward. On the gloves though, we have Savage, very important if you're trying to play like this, which increases your critical hit chance by 13% for enemies out of cover. Then we have two amazing perks on the glove for increased critical hit chance and increased critical hit damage. Then on the backpack, as you can see again, we have increased critical hit damage. You might see where we're going with this. We also have pulse critical hit damage is increased. Now those are the perks that we have on the gear. That is where we've gone roughly with the build. We do have a nice amount of health. The damage is quite high, as I said. There will be people out there with higher, that's cool. But let's take a look at the vector that I'm using and what it actually has on it. So we have increased critical hit damage on the muzzle brake there, or the loud vent, or whatever. We have increased weapon damage on the magazine. You can go for crit damage there if you want, or crit size. And we also have increased headshot damage on the optics. So this is a build where you want to try and get your critical hit damage as high as possible. The chance for it, but both the damage. On the actual vector, we have the perk of Deadly. You really need this. It does increase the critical hit damage once again. And then this is where it all comes in as well. With critical hits, will heal you 3% of the damage dealt. So let's take a look at the critical hit and damage. Now the chance is a bit lower because I went for the weapon damage magazine. Chance is down to around 30%. But the critical hit damage itself is increased by 155%. As well as that, we have 94% extra headshot damage. So that's looking very good there. Now combine these things with the two very simple perks that you're going to use on a solo build to try help you out no matter what you're doing, and that is the pulse, the scrambler, the scan, whatever you want to call it. But the pulse is awesome. As you can see here, it increases again critical hit chance and critical hit damage by another 50%. So even though you're not on the highest of health, maybe you don't have the highest skill power to be healing yourself, with these right perks, you're getting heals off the damage you're doing. And because the damage you're doing is primarily held within that critical hit damage, when you're using the pulse and when you're using the heal, things like that, it just works out really well. So you can cause a lot of damage but not feel as vulnerable. You do have the ability to get your health back quite easy, and even better if you could build this slightly better than what I have. That's my current build, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hopefully you found some things in here useful. If you did, a like rating is always appreciated and really does help the channel grow. To never miss a video, don't forget to subscribe. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.